Well, hello. Welcome to the Bullish Bears YouTube channel. I am Jeremy, and I'm going to get into some analysis, but first, take an opportunity, click the link above here, and subscribe to the watch list. I'm going to use the watch list background today because I'm going to go over some analysis we pointed out on the watch list playlist show or podcast that we do twice a week with Matthew Tuttle and myself at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Tuesday and Thursday. Anyway, get signed up for that. You're going to find some great information in there. In the meantime, let's look at Google. Google is the one we mentioned earlier. Matthew and I are both tentatively bullish on it. I can see it even hitting a half measured move target today at about $210, just going into the close. In general, most of the analysts out there are bullish on Google, stating that their revenue probably has increased significantly year over year in Q4, primarily with their cloud services. I'm a technical analyst, though, and the chart tells me I like price targets. So let's look at those. Primary move is typical. I have a video also I will link later on showing you how to find a simple measured move setup. This is one of them. So the primary move, map it out with a box, split the difference into consolidation, and then build an identical box, stack it up, and you get price targets. Then you just set them as half and whole. I also have a video that I built as an example on this, and within 24 hours nailed both of those targets the very next day. Pretty fun stuff. This is how you do it. In the meantime, if we have a major blowout on Google earnings and things are like super bullish during that call, well, we can add a third block here. 2-for-1 measured moves are fairly rare, especially with no consolidation between the second and third move. However, they do happen sometimes during an earnings call. We've seen this numerous times on many large caps and small caps alike. So if things are stupidly bullish, I say stupidly because sometimes people chase, first target's about 225, above that. And if things are just absolutely chased into another realm of outer atmosphere type stuff here, we could see Google fly on up to about 238 to 240 pretty reasonably within that timing if we're all remaining bullish. And outcome later on, long term, more like, is a possible trend all the way up to about 252. It takes a tremendous amount of money in the market to make that happen, so probably not an overnight move, but we could see some short-term quick spikes in volatility that can drive the price higher. On the contrary, if things are not so good, or if they align us to looking at how much they've spent developing some of the AI stuff, and that's a big money pit. It's a lot of investment. Reversion targets come to mind, so we could see things, if that is the scenario, pull back to a realm of around 195 or 180 respectively for giving back half the trend, which is another typical move when you have a sizable primary impulse move. On the outset, if things during the first half of the call becomes stupendously bullish and a spike up, typically those quick spikes give half back, and sometimes it's not until the next day. So you can also trade reversions on this. So do yourself a favor, do some technical analysis on Google, find some price targets. If you want to scalp an earnings call, more power to you. That takes some serious skill. But I always say, let the primary move happen, and the more consistent tradable move is typically the secondary move, whether it's a half back retracement or an extension of the primary move. Very easy to trade that, very difficult to trade into earnings. Thanks again for joining me. Be sure to like and subscribe, and of course, click the link that I'm going to put over here. Other way, camera's backwards. To the other side there for videos instructing you on how to find this stuff with a little bit more detail on how to do some very fast technical analysis. I have a whole series of that called Advanced Technical Analysis. Thanks again for joining me. We'll see you next time.